Hey guys, so as you can see I'm in a different background today. I am in my new room at uni. I am starting my final year of uni. This time next year I'll be graduated, which is a really scary thought. Also, if I keep looking up, it's because my room is on the bottom floor, so I can see the road and people keep walking past and staring at me, so it's a bit awkward, but it's fine, I'll just keep filming anyway. And it's also my birthday today. Today is my 21st birthday and it's crazy. I literally don't feel 21, but it's been a nice day. I went for breakfast with my housemates who are lovely. I love my housemates. Yeah, and we went for breakfast this morning, and later me and all my friends are going for cocktails later, so it's going to be really nice. Yeah, so that's why everything looks different. If you want me to do a room tour, then let me know. If not, then here you go. You can have a few peeks at my room. It's just like a generic student room, but this house that I'm living in is by far the best house I've ever lived in at uni. It is so nice, so homely, cozy. It's only a 4-bed, which is lovely. But yeah, today is going to be some tips and tricks in terms of housing at university. So if you're going to university, this might help you. If you're already at university and thinking about who you're living with next year, this might help you. I'm not going to say I'm the most experienced, but I have gone through quite rubbish things with housing in the past. All my experience at uni really has been a bit rubbish in terms of housing. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm just going to be giving you some tips and tricks. So my tip number one, I guess, would be my problem was I was put with all girls in my first year. So I lived with 5 other girls in these halls, Sorry, I put my phone on silent. You know it's your birthday and people keep messaging you. Yeah, so I'll put it on silent. Anyway, so I was living with 5 other girls, and I guess my tip number one would be try and avoid same-sex houses. I've heard that all boys' houses are better than all girls' houses, which is definitely a fact, not opinion, because all girls together is just a nightmare. After a while, we just kind of start killing each other, metaphorically of course, but we do, like, literally. It was a nightmare. We had a few hiccups in the first year, and I had hiccups in second year because I lived with all girls in second year as well. And again, it was 6 of us, and it was just and this kind of leads up to my tip number 2. My tip number 2 is don't get too open, too friendly, too like, oh my god, like second family, kind of like everyone loves each other too quickly, because that doesn't work out. You've got to take friendships slowly. Not necessarily slowly. I mean, you can make friends with someone somewhere and instantly click and instantly think, oh my gosh, I am like your best friend already, kind of thing. But when you're living with someone, it's not the same, because you see that person a lot. Especially at uni, you have a lot more free time than you do in college. So I think with my experience, I think it's much better to just take it slow. I love my housemates now, and we are being quite open with each other. And again, this leads to tip number 3, I think, yeah. And that is to not spend too much time with your housemates. I like to kind of have if you have a group of friends, or even 1 or 2 friends out of your house, like for example from your course, or from like a society at uni, or anywhere that you've met friends, like meet them separately sometimes, as well as seeing your housemates, and don't spend too much time with your housemates, because that's the worst thing you can do. You will get sick of each other and arguments will start. So yeah, that's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is about cleanliness. You are going to meet people who aren't clean. You're going to meet people, you might not be clean yourself, and you might get on someone else's nerves, or vice versa. So I guess just don't take small things too seriously. Remember what you're here for. You're only going to be a student once. I'm not saying be really messy. I'm quite a clean person, and this year we're all been good so far. So sorry, an old guy walking past and he keeps looking at me really weirdly, because I'm talking to nothing, to my laptop, which they can't even see, so I'm just talking to myself. Anyway, but yeah, that's my 4th tip. And because just don't get too bogged down in in the just about cleaning and like who's doing what, do your own dishes. I mean, last year we even got tape out, like duct tape. We would like put it on the kitchen surface, and every time you had dishes, so if you had like lunch on a plate, you put your plate in your part of the like tape divider thing, and it just got really ridiculous. Like cleaning rotas, they're okay, but after a while you don't really follow them. We all have a lot of things on. I don't know, it's very difficult cleaning and cleanliness, and people with OCD and like really want everything to be tidy. I am kind of one of those people, but I'm not seriously like obsessed with it being clean all the time. And obviously the kitchen's going to be messy at some point, and the communal areas. But just kind of pull your weight, so whenever you make mess in a communal area, just try to like clean up, because that's just how arguments form most of the time in houses. And it's one of the big causes of arguments in housing and with students, because of how clean people are. But yeah, that's my 4th tip. My 5th tip is with financially with the house. You kind of have to be selfish. If you can't afford something, you have to say, don't just like you have to like have like a house meeting or something, or like talk to your housemates about it, because obviously if they're waiting for something to be paid and you can't pay it, you've got to let them know. Obviously we're students, and all students have majority of students find it hard to pay some bills, because we don't get that much money really, and come on, we're paying £9 a year. So some students are fortunate to have that, some students aren't, but you've got to work around your money and budget well. I budgeted quite well first year, then I went downhill second year, and now I'm budgeting again. Budgeting is very good. Just make sure you don't overspend, and then you don't have enough money for rent and bills, because that's your worst nightmare. And that also causes arguments in your house. So just make sure your money is on track. And if you are lucky enough to have family who can give you money now and again to help you out, that is great. And if you don't, just make sure you kind of keep a check of your money. So that's my tip number 5. And I think my last tip number 6, would probably be, again, be selfish. I said it before with money, but not really with money, but more so now. Be selfish with who you're living with. If you don't want to live with someone, but someone else does, and you want to live with that person, don't just live with them. Like, there's so many people out there you can get along with. Be selfish. If you want to like go off on your own and find new people, do it, and don't be afraid, because it happened to me, and the past 2 years I've had to find random people to live with, and everyone's turned out lovely. Everyone's lovely at uni here, at my uni, and you're going to meet people like you. You're going to meet people who relate to you and you prefer to live with, if you're not enjoying your housing situation during that year or whatever, or if you're not going to uni yet, then good luck in halls. Halls is probably one of the best years ever. It's because all bills are included, so you can leave a light on and you can have a really long shower without having to worry about the bill coming through letterbox after. I don't know if my housemates know that I do YouTube, so I think they can hear me talking like, what is she doing? But they won't mind, it's fine. Anyway, so yeah, so what was I talking about? Being selfish with who you live with. Yes, be selfish with who you live with and think about yourself. I know it sounds horrible, but you kind of just have to, and it's that sort of thing that is like, there's so many students at uni and there is always help. If you really can't find anyone to live with or uni, just contact your university. Your university will help you. My university helped me last year and the year before that. Pardon me. Yeah, so contact university if you're struggling. They will help you with any situation you have. And yeah, I think that kind of wraps up the video. I'm sorry if that was really short and rubbish and chatty and rambly, but I haven't really got time for much else. I'm not going to be uploading as usual, as often, because I am back at uni, so I need to focus on my work. But I don't start yet, it's still freshers week and all that, but I feel like really old now that I'm 21 and I can't be asked to go clubbing, because it's full of like, literally the freshers are going crazy, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just going to stay here in my house with my housemates. I'm going to watch Disney movies and eat popcorn and chocolate and then do work afterwards, literally. But of course, I mean, I'm going out for tonight for my birthday, which is quite exciting. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.